There we go. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm testing out using StreamYard. The audio quality probably won't be the same as what you're used to. Or not audio quality, but the video quality. I'm just playing with the free plan here. Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah, something interesting. So this is a streamer. So if anybody wants to jump in, you can. Why is this not showing up? Oh, did I hit the wrong one? I hit the wrong one. Come on. Give me the video. Do the thing. There it is. There's the thing. Okay, so oh my god. Okay, so I was just looking at this power supply, seeing if I can find anything out of sorts. I've taken it apart. The MOSFETs all look to be in good shape. They got like these covers on them. This thing is not going back together. But all the FETs seem to be okay. You know, the weird thing is, like, these here, like, they're tinned past where they should be. And you can see these have a lot of marks on them. So, like, these might be used parts here. I'm just going based off of what I see here. You guys can draw your own conclusions, but I feel like these might be used chips here. The other thing that really was interesting is, so I peeled off this heat shrink that was around this capacitor here, and I did test this capacitor. These are discharged, but do you guys see this? This is why I popped another stream on. So these are labeled as Nippon Chemcom caps. These both had the same exact label on them. So you see they're Nippon Chemicon. And I actually can't find this exact cap. Maybe I'm not looking hard enough, but let's look at the identifying features, okay? Why are there a bunch of damage marks to a capacitor if this is actually a new capacitor? Why are there all these marks on here that were not present on the wrapping? And what I'm getting at here is I don't think these are actually Nippon caps. Most of Nippon's stuff is now sold under United Chemcon. Nippon is still in existence, but most of their caps are sold under United. And look at here. You guys can see there's like, I can feel indentations under this cap. So what this looks like to me, and I can't be like, oh yeah, this is definitely it. This looks like they're remarking caps. Okay, if these are both the same here, and you can see the wrapper here. So if I reassemble the wrapper, you can see this is saying that it's a 250 volt, 1000 UF Nippon Chemcon, and the lettering is really shitty. This is why I don't like these power supplies. You don't know what's going inside them, and what's going inside them is the most important part, is the parts here. So yeah, so I peeled this off expecting to see, I honestly expect to see another label under here. But one, if these are new parts, why are these so beat to hell? Okay, I desoldered this from the board. Why is this so beat to hell? Why is this electrolytic capacitor so beat to hell and scratched up? Like, look at all the marks on the surface of this capacitor's body. Like, okay, so I saved the peeling of this one for the stream here. Now, these are JWCO, I think. Yeah, JWCO caps. JWCO is a Chinese cap company. I would assume these are actually from them. They all look pretty uniform. But Nippon is a reputable cap company. Now, here's the thing. Let's look at these two side by side. One, they're not exactly the same length, even though these are labeled as exact same part. Okay, so they're not the same length here. The actual terminations here on the screws, hopefully you guys can see that. Do you see the little stamp here where this was like riveted? Okay, see this is like a couple of, there's like a little stamp there, indentation, okay? And look at compared to this one. These were labeled as the same exact cap, okay? Looking at this tells me that these were made in two different places. Okay, so let's peel this one off and see what this looks like, because I'm sorry, a brand, if you're using new parts in these, why are these beat to shit? Like, why is there crap on here and all these beat up markings on this capacitor housing? Like, I discharged these with the old put the screwdriver across it method. Let's see what this one looks like underneath. I don't know. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. These look like, so no one can be like, well, Tim said they're using used capacitors and they're relabeling them. It looks like used and relabeled capacitors in this power supply, and these aren't even the same damn capacitor. Look at the indentation mark on the top, and look at, we've got a quite hefty indent here. I'm doing this live. If these were labeled with the same exact label on them, why are these so different? Why are these casings so damn different, and why are they beat up? This one doesn't look as beat up as the other one, but like, why is there a cut mark here? And why is there all this corrosion and shit on here? Why? This is literally a knife mark. Like, they sliced the previous heat shrink off here to remark it. Like, look at this. This looks like shit. Like, are these recycled caps that they're relabeling? Like, these aren't even the same capacitor. Look at the vent. Not even the same capacitor. They're not even the same height. This is why I don't trust these things. These, like, I would put money on it. Like, why would there be a knife mark underneath the label if this was actually a Nippon cap? And if these are the same exact cap according to their labels, why is the vent stamp different? I'll tell you what I think it is. I think that these are bullshit capacitors. I think these are not actual Nippon caps. I think these are just whatever stuff they got laying around. They ripped the original label off and put some other label to make it look like it's actually a legitimate brand capacitor. You don't see this shit with Meanwhile power supplies. You don't. You just don't see this shit. Why is this all beat up? Why is this one got a knife mark and indentations on the casing if these were new capacitors and not relabeled shit that was pulled from e-waste? Because that's what I'm willing to bet this is that these are just caps that are within the rough spec. Actually, let's test them. Let's see what they are. If these were both the same capacitor, they should both test within relatively the same tolerances. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I actually have a device that'll let me do just that. Let's put these in here. A little bit difficult, but let's see. Will it bite in? Let's go ahead and test and see what my little tester does. It's thinking. Okay, so this is rated at 1089 UF, which is fine. It's rated at 1,000. The ESR is 0.01 ohms. So let's see. Let's let it turn off. I'm gonna put the other one in here. I think that these are reused because look at these terminals. Why is there red crap on these terminals? Do you guys see this? These look used. You want to know how these companies can make these knockoffs for so cheap? You get remarked used parts. That's what I think. This is my opinion for those of you watching that are going to have a problem with me saying anything negative about, God forbid, a company from China. This really looks like this is remarked used equipment. That's what this looks like. This looks like remarked used equipment. Oh, look at this one. This one is actually showing a V loss. This is only 955. So, what? Okay, someone give me a plausible explanation why, one, these are so beat to hell if these aren't used. Two, why this one literally has a knife mark. Like, I can feel this mark in the casing of the capacitor. Like, my finger is getting caught up on it. So here, like, this is a knife mark. Like, why would there be a knife mark? Oh, because you take the knife and you cut the label off of this and put it on. So these do say that they're within the tolerance, I guess you could call it. They were labeled as 1000 UF, but I do not think that these are Nippon caps. I haven't seen Nippon caps in a long time because they're United Chemcom now. Now, Nippon is around, but typically their stuff is sold under the UCC brand name. So let's test this again, see what we get. 955. We're still showing a 0.8% V loss. So why are there used parts in a new product? Like, these look like they're used parts. I don't know, you guys. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that these are used parts? Like, after seeing this, these are not the same caps. They're not even testing the same. They're testing similar, but these are not the same capacitors. There's no way in hell these are the same capacitors. They aren't even the same height. The vent cap is different. The rivet point is different. And if these were new, so there you go. You can look at them yourself. So there we go. So why is that so different? These are the same things. Like the tabs, look at all these little details. The tabs aren't the same. Like, why are these so dirty? Why is this one got so much crap underneath it? Like, as far as I know, there's nothing red on the PCB from this power supply where they came off. There's no red markings or anything. Where did this red come from? I wish there were other markings on these casings to divulge where their origin was. But, I mean, if it's been stripped off, like, is there a knife mark on this one, or did they do something? That other one straight up has a knife mark. Where is it? There's the indent. Yeah, there's the knife mark. Like, this shit pisses me off. I'd rather get some no-name Chinese brand cap instead of whatever these are. Like, you have no idea what these are. These could be really good. These could be really bad. I don't think they're Nippon caps. But, like, here's the problem. Here's why this is important. Because you guys are like, oh, well, if they test the same and they're within spec, what's the problem? Here's the problem. Well, what else in this is random old recycled crap or relabeled crap? Like, what else are they doing to cut costs on this to try to be competitive? So these caps were desoldered from right here. I did peel back here. You can see this does say CL-800W. So I kind of peeled that back. I mean, I'm throwing this thing out. Like, so this is an 800 watt PCB. I would assume from the model number there that this is an 800 watt PCB, or one that was designed. I just noticed that for continued picotection against fire, replace. What? Oh wow! Look how easy that came out. Wow, that's quality right there. Did they fat finger the R? I don't know, man. It's just like, why did this come out so easily? Holy crap! Look at the jank level of soldering on here. Like, I just literally pushed this off the board. Like, it just literally pushed right off the board. I don't know. I don't trust these power supplies. But it's now in pieces, so what's the problem? This was not working. That's why I started taking it apart. If it was working, I wouldn't have taken it apart. But I don't like seeing this in my power supply. Like, how old are these caps? Who is actually the manufacturer? Why are these, if they're labeled the same, why are these two different caps? Like, these are two different capacitors, and why are they beat to hell? Why is there a knife mark on it? Like, come on. I kind of want. I should see if I have any more of these power supplies that we took out of Ender 3s in the shop, and take them apart and see what I find in there, because I just replace them. If they don't have a meanwhile, we just replace them, because I've had these, like, these are really common to go up in smoke. These little NTC parts here, you can see it's got two of them. We've had these burn up, and they smell terrible when they go and the power supply dies, and sometimes it takes other parts with it. Maybe I'll save these MOSFETs on here. I mean, maybe these work. I don't know. I should probably just throw it out, because who knows what else is bad on here. I don't think the caps were the problem, but it's kind of like me poking around going, okay, this isn't working. Why is this not working? Like, what's not working on here and why? But I think my time is better spent just replacing it. So here we go. I am going to save the fan, though. And always have extra fans for projects. But, like, come on. These are clearly used parts. I don't know. I can think of a marketing spin. Our power supplies are made with upcycled parts. They're green. They save you money. And they also help the environment. I don't know. Something about using recycled parts of an unknown origin in a power supply, I don't think that would be a selling point for me. I am going to save the fan just because who knows? I mean, whatever. Let's save the fan. I always save fans. This fan wasn't that obnoxious. The bearings feel fine. Like I said, this printer doesn't. This came out of the Chiron. Doesn't have much time on it. So that's the other thing. Like, how long of time would you actually get out of this thing? I guess you don't know. That's the problem. You're using all these unknown parts. You know, maybe you'll get something that'll last years. Maybe you'll get something that lasts months. In my case, I got something that lasted like less than, let's just call it 20 hours. It's got less than a day because I haven't printed much on this thing. But yeah, this is just the fan doesn't look to be a used fan. There's only marks in the screw holes that were occupied. It's just a off-brand, but feels decent. So I'll hang on to this. Maybe use it for a project. I have a bin of fans, so I typically don't like throwing fans out, especially if they're in good shape. This seems to be fine. So, anyways, save the heatsink. You know what? I used to save heat sinks, but at a certain point, you just got to say screw it and don't save every little thing. Yeah, like that's the problem here. If they're using relabeled used caps, whatever, you know, or whatever the case is, like they're at least used. Maybe they are nip-ons. You can't really tell, but from the evidence I've seen here, there's a knife mark on the cap. Why is there a knife mark on the capacitor underneath the label? Why does the label have like very unclear text, and they're both labeled exactly the same, but they're not the same cap? And the leads look to be used leads. You know, I just don't trust this stuff. Like, it's not just buy Meanwells from Tim. I don't care where you get them from. Buy. At least we know Meanwell uses new parts. I've never had weird stuff like this with Meanwell power supplies. It's only been in these ones that come with the printers, and they're like these off-brand ones. So Gigabyte is making 3D printer power supplies. I'm well aware of that. Yes, Gigabyte has been getting in a lot of trouble lately. If you guys watch Gamers Nexus, their power supplies are exploding. So, yeah. Anybody want to join in? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab a 450 watt Meanwell out of the shop and see if I can somehow rig that up to fit in the stock mounting location. So at least I can get this printer back online. Because like I said in the previous stream, if I can go ahead and just run it at a lower voltage so it's not going to get overloaded until I can find a suitable full wattage replacement that I can run at 24 volts without overdrawing the power supply, I might just do that. If no one wants to join in, I probably am going to switch over from StreamYard to just direct streaming. I popped in Streamer. You see the little ad, the powered by StreamYard thing, because I thought maybe somebody would want to pop in and chat because I've got my headset on and everything. You know, just keep it relatively clean. That's all I ask. Here, I'll put the link in here. Let's see, invite, copy to clipboard. Yeah, just make sure. Here's required. So you're going to join in, have a camera and have a headset. I don't want to have echo. So, there we go. I'm probably going to regret doing that. Let's see. The form is not accepting responses. Because I didn't turn on. This was kind of an off-the-cuff thing. I thought I was going to hang out with Samantha, but she's just wants to sleep. She's been not feeling that great today, so I was like, okay, I'll just go mosey on out to my office and get some work done. But yeah, I posted the link in there if you guys want to join in. Just make sure you have a headset and video. Well, video optional. But yeah, I'm really just like I said, I'm disappointed. Like, yeah. Love to just hang out and chat with some of you guys. There's the link if you want to join in. It's a mouthful. But these little guys, this is probably one of my favorite tools. If you guys have parts that you don't know, these are, well, it's in a 3D printed housing. I've had this for years. If you just go on like Amazon or eBay and type in like electronics tester, these actually run a little 8-bit chip in here, and they're fairly accurate for the price. They're like $20 to $30, so you can't really complain too much about what they cost. I've had this one for a couple of years, and this has a just a 9-volt battery in here. I think this just pops open. Yeah, it does. It's been a while since I've opened it up, so it does not drain its battery very quickly. So yeah, it's funny. You can tell I just used whatever random screws I had laying around to secure this in here. They're not the same. So yeah, that's all it is. There's a little 8-bit. I think it's a 328, like the same thing that's in Arduino Uno on the back of it. And there is a programming header if you want to update the firmware on it. So, except I have no idea where to get the firmware from. What does this say? 91make.taobao.com. Let's see if that even goes somewhere. Probably going to get a virus or something. Yeah, 91make.taobao.com. Yeah, that goes literally nowhere. It's just spinning. If someone calls me to sell me a car warranty, they usually only hit me up during the day. I have not got any calls during the I've not got any calls during like the day or the evening, I should say. It's usually during the day. If you guys want to join in, let's just talk about here. Let's talk about some of the tools. So I just Googled this. I Googled that 91make.taobao.com. It took me to this Hackaday thing. You see, these have been out for a while. It's from 2015. I'll go ahead and hide that. If you guys want to jump in, go ahead and jump in. I'll put you in a lobby and I can add you. Let's see. Yeah. Where's the 91? Hang on. Let's see. I have extra stations. Look at a 9-volt battery. And pressing the magic button brought the tester to life. That's what mine does. It displays its maker for 91make.taobao by Ethan and how. I'm not even going to try to say that. That's what mine says. V2.68 is what mine says it has. M tester. Yeah, let's get rid of Telegram. We don't need Telegram notifications popping up. How many of you guys in chat use Telegram? I love Telegram for a chat client. All right, let's see. There's about 21 versions. Turns out the transistor tester is an open source hardware project originally created by Marcus Freie. Never actually looked into this. The devs also don't officially support the clones. No surprise. Where's the original one? I didn't even realize that I thought this was some random thing that China made. This is not in English. Can you buy the original one? I will gladly support the original creators. Let's see, hardware English. Can you wait, hint download in your language. Hint to cloners and sellers. What is this? Let's see. Oh, it's just saying that, hey, please send us a copy of the repo if you make copies. And then they have it here in Chinese. List of clones. Let's see. Kyle. I see Kyle. They have it here in Chinese. Kyle is a printer, apparently. Kyle, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, make sure you mute the stream.
Yeah, I muted stream.
Trying to learn about this thing that I have in my my drawer here. Oh wow, there's a lot of these little boards. Firmware update possible. So Chinese firmware 2.07 to 2.68. What is mine running? 2.68 is what mine's running. Have you ever seen these little guys? These little press a button and test things boards. I see John Reefer Vermont's in here, but he will not let me add them because it says they need to connect their mic and cam before I can add them to the stream. So apparently there's a lot of these little tester board things. And this looks like the one I have, the LCRT4, which is the one I've seen. Are you printing a bridging test?
I am printing an LED light holder for my Voron.
Okay. Let's see. Let me see if I can Can I make mine? There we go.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the 0G Mercury 1 yet?
The what?
The 0G Mercury 1.
I have not. What is that?
It's a DIY printer me and a bunch of people have been working on. Yeah, we're almost to 1,000 members in our Discord.
What do you guys do? I'm assuming it's a Core XY or?
Yeah, it's Core XY. Yeah, right now one of our members, he's hitting, I think it's like a 4 or 5 minute benchy right now.
How does it look though?
Pretty good. Pretty good, actually.
I've seen some pretty ones. They're like, I made this in 20 minutes. I'm like, ooh, it looks like a 20-minute benchy.
I don't know if you ever heard of Dutch Dude.
I have not.
He wrote some few macros for Clipper. Yeah, he is one of our admins. Yeah, he was. We were actually. I don't know if you're familiar with VZBot.
That sounds familiar. I have not indulged in that yet.
They're the one that started the speedboat challenge.
Gotcha.
We actually got featured. Our Discord got featured in their next challenge that they did for their speed cube.
Gotcha. I'm trying to find the. Is this the GitHub? Ooh, there's a GitHub here. Interesting. Transistor tester. I feel like I shouldn't mess with it because it does work. Like I shouldn't try flashing it with something else. Uno Shield software.
Yes, it's really slow.
This is interesting. Software, certain English. I thought I saw English. Yeah, but this is one of my little tools I have around. This is really good for quickly identifying resistors if you don't want to look up the color bands or they're hard to read, because you can literally just pop something on here. This looks like the one I have, the LCRT4.
Oh yeah, my brother bought one of those.
Yeah, I've had it for a couple of years.
He's got the one for capacitors.
Oh, this okay. So this says firmware and opportunity update. So Chinese firmware 2.07, 2.68, possible update to 1.13K or 1.14M. So wait, 1.41M. Sorry, 1.41M. So here's 1.41M. Software. What's in here? T3/T4. That's what I have is T3/T4. So 1.41M looks like what I'll be able to. Let's see what's in this file. Component tester. We got a tarball. Is there an INO file here? Is this? I'm assuming this is Arduino. On wire. These are bitmaps. What do you use to compile this? This is the EU. Oh, it's a license. Clones. Hey, that's weird that there's no. What do you use to flash this with?
Looks like Arduino code.
Yeah, but there's usually an INO file. Like usually you have an INO file. So if I extract this here, extract this again. Nope, let's not do that. Let's see. So here's the folder here. There's no Arduino code here. What is this? Assembler? Source? What is this written in? Let's see. Main part. Common. What happens if I just open this in Arduino? Oh dear God. Oh my God, I'm muting your mic. Oh dear God, that's rattling so much. Hey, Tommy's here. What's up, Tommy?
Just another day in paradise.
All right, let's see if this will. Let's see if I open the main file. You can only open. Okay, yeah, there's no INO files or anything.
Listen, Tim, on those two capacitors,
Yeah.
The red you see is the reject mark. When it comes off the line, if it's rejected, sometimes they use the magic marker and mark it, and it goes in the bin. When it goes in the bin, it gets all those dents.
Really?
Somebody picks it out of the bin and relabels it. That's all.
My thing with the, so if they're rejects, would they have the wrapper on them from the company?
No. They have to pass inspection before they get the wrapper.
So my whole thing with the dents was, I was thinking like it was from a used product, and it was just in a bin full of other caps, and that's how it got banged up. But I guess if it's in the reject bin, it would be in a bin full of other caps that got banged up. So they mark them on the leads themselves?
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes it just goes in the bin.
Huh. Oh, wait, download the latest firmware from the following sites. Kind of want to update this now. I'm probably going to regret updating this because I'll probably break something. Let's see here.
So back up the original.
Is this website not even on anymore? Oh, no, it is. Transistor tester. M firmware. See, these are just the tar balls here. Downloads English. You can get the most. Now add GitHub. Let's see. Okay.
While you're searching for that, you read something off of that PC board that rung a bell. It says 800 watts on it, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming there's an 800W on a power supply board would note. Like, what else does it mean?
But the transformer says 1,000.
Yeah. Well, a transformer, I mean, I'll dig it out of the bin, but the transformer has the same part number as what's on the label outside. So I mean, this is a Changling power circuit board. So that matches. The part number is P1000W24V, so 24 volt. This says P1000-24V. Yeah, so I don't think.
Does the PC board say Changling?
Yeah, it does say Changling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the PC board, the label says Changling or Changlang, I don't know. And the PCB says it as well. Just wonder if there's anything else I missed on here.
I wouldn't be so upset if I had known that they were recycling parts in my printer. I mean, it would not piss me off if they told me up front, well, we're going to cut costs by using these recycled parts.
I don't think, for full disclosure, I don't think Anycubic's aware. I think this is on the power supply manufacturer, to be completely honest. Anycubic's not going to know. You know what I mean? Like, at first glance, I didn't even notice until I started looking. I was like, why does it feel like there's bumps under this what's the word? Yeah, underneath the pack. Yeah, because they shouldn't have those in there. I don't know, man. It just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like I said, they keep trying to make it cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. Everybody wants a cheap printer. Even I want a cheap printer.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
So they're going to find whatever way they can to make it cheaper. Like I said, I don't fault them for it, but tell me. Put that little green sticker on it so that the recycled parts in it or something.
I mean, even if they did that, how many people are going to actually notice that? Like actually, like how many people are going to actually notice that? If it's set on the power supply, how many people are going to actually notice that it says that? You know what I mean?
Well, they'll figure out a way to hide it underneath the cover or something. And you have to open.
I think even if you put it on the side, they wouldn't even. No one would even know. I'm trying to find here.
Put it back there with the FCC inspection sticker and the Canadian sticker, all of that. Put it back there.
Yeah.
But when you advertise it with, hey, we're going green. We're recycling parts. That's it.
Well, they are going green because they're saving that money.
Yeah, they're going green.
Yeah, green in the pocketbook. Is Kyle? I just unmuted Kyle. Is Kyle's printer still rattling like crazy?
No, it's just hidden residence.
Yeah, I've had that before.
Yeah, I sped it up to hidden at 320 millimeters a second at 7K, and it's happier now.
Yeah, you get those resonant frequencies and things start coming out that you didn't even realize were there that can make noise.
Yeah, it doesn't like 200 millimeters a second for some reason.
Yeah, I'm looking here. So it looks like Sane Smart also sells those little meter things. I mean, that's probably one of my favorite cheap, like off the wall tools I have laying around here. Like these are nice for testing things. They're accurate enough to get an idea of what you're working with or to test things. Yeah, I mean, like my current meter, one thing I will say, like I use this all the time. The only thing I will say is that you got to be careful which ones you buy because a lot of the cheaper ones you'll find, this one I think was about $120. They only do AC for the clamp current. You have to pony up a little bit extra cash to get stuff that'll do the DC current. And I have tested this. It's within like 0.1 amps of accuracy. So it's more than accurate enough to get a good idea if you are actually, pulling what you should be pulling, whether it's too high, too low. It's accurate enough for a clamp meter. Yeah, see, Tommy, you got one. Does that one do DC as well?
Yes, it does. It's an old Dynascan.
I haven't heard that one in a long time. Are they still around?
I know they make Cobra CD radios. That's all I can tell you.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's old stuff. But hey, if it works, an amp is still an amp these days.
Yep.
Is that what is that?
That's one of the how can I put it? I got it in 1969.
I'd say you got your money's worth out of it.
One of the first digital meters. Still working. And it's been drop tested at 6 foot too.
John's asking for someone who is new at 3D printing. What is resonance? It's basically when your motors are moving, or they're moving at a certain speed, which emits a certain frequency that other objects on your printer react to those frequencies by making noise. Like it's always interesting when you hit it.
In other words, printer goes burr.
I mean, because basically, like there's certain print speeds, and you can usually get out of that resonant frequency by upping or lowering the print speed, because then it changes the frequency that the motors are operating at, which then stops things from vibrating. Like basically, I'm pretty sure most physical objects, all of them have a resonant frequency, and it varies, But you can also hit certain things where, like certain screws, if they're not tightened down too much, they'll start vibrating. And could come loose. You got to be careful. That's why you got to go over your printer and check, because you got motors that are vibrating at different frequencies all the time, depending on what you're printing and how fast you're printing and whatnot. Just go around and check up on your stuff. Now, I did resolve until the thermal runaway issues happened. I did resolve the banding on here. My V slot wheels were way too tight. But yeah, I swear to God, if one more thing goes on this printer, I'm just junking the whole damn thing. Because the only other thing I can complain about on this, where's the full benchy I did? I don't even know anymore. There is some salmon skin, and it's not uncommon when you're running 24 volt with the 4988 drivers. The Ender 3s had that. So
go.
I was thinking about swapping out the drivers for some 2209 so it's quieter, but mainly to get rid of the salmon skin because this is going to go on the print farm to crank out parts, and I don't care about how loud it is, but I do care about salmon skin showing up on prints.
There is a way to fix salmon skin.
Yeah.
It's usually those smoothers, which
No, without smoothers. There is a jumper that you have to ground on the stepper to make it run in decay mode. I found out that I got a really early version of the Tivo Tornado that actually had that jumper, like the step sticks were actually configured correctly, and I had no salmon skin on that one.
Yeah, I can't remember on the step sticks. Oh, there goes my motion sensor because I didn't move enough, apparently. You know what? It's at after hours. Let's turn on night mode. There we go. Now I got to turn this fill light on. Otherwise, I'm super dark.
We got TH3 After Dark.
Yeah. No, I remember reading about the decay mode, but I don't know if there's actually, is that broken out on the step sticks? Because they're 4988 step sticks. Because quite frankly, if I don't need to put 2209s in there, I might as well not put 2209s in there.
It's between a resistor and one of the pins. So you can do it with a jumper wire without having to do any.
Yeah, but I'm saying, is that on?
It's on all step sticks. It's exposed.
I'm trying to find a 4988 step.
It was on like a German website that I found the information about it.
Well, because I know decay mode was a big issue with the older DRV 8825s. And those had salmon skin quite a bit, but I actually did like those drivers. They were, I think, what are they, 2.5 amp output or something? They were a lot for the time.
They're really good for extruders.
Yeah, and they were 130. They went up to 132nd step mode as well.
Yeah, I would run it at like 132 on direct drive, and it was pretty great.
Yeah, they could crank something out, but they never really took off because they weren't like silent. They were a little bit quieter, and I think their frequencies put it in less of an audible range than the 4988s, but they were also more expensive, so they didn't really see very wide adoption.
Have you ever messed with ST820s?
I have not. I think I know what those are. Hang on, ST820.
Yeah. I got them back.
I feel like I have.
Yeah, they're actually as quiet as a 2209.
I feel like I've seen those before. Oh, yeah, those are the ST makes them. ST820s.
Yeah, they're really quiet. The only problem is the navel pin is inverted.
I mean, that's just, you can change that in the firmware.
Yeah, when you never like dug that deep in the Marlin and you're trying to find that information, it's not fun.
Yeah, so basically when Marlin tells it to enable, it disables, and when it tells it to disable, it enables because it's
and you're really scratching your head like, what the hell?
Yeah, why are my motors shutting off when they shouldn't be?
Like, you turn your printer on and nothing moves.
I'm thinking the decay mode is something you have to solder on the actual step stick.
It's between, I know it's between a resistor and one of the capacitors or something, and it's just one jumper wire, and you remove a resistor.
You mean like a solder blob? Like just jump a...
It's either a solder blob or it's a jumper wire. It's one of the two.
It sounds like something you have to solder. That'd be interesting. I mean, if that fixes it, screw it.
I tested it. It does work.
Well, which one do I jump? Because basically all these 4988s, they all have the same PCB.
Right.
Which one is it? I'm looking up decay mode, solder, 89, 48 step sticks. Let's see.
Hey, what printer is that in the background?
Mine?
What brand is that?
That's a Boron, isn't it?
No, this is a Ender 5. This actually was an Ender 5.
Oh, you just have
it's modded Ender 5.
Yeah, it has the 0G Mercury 1 CoreXY motion system that me and my friends have developed.
No wonder I couldn't figure out that didn't look familiar at all. Okay.
Yeah, and it has it's got the EVA hot in with the LGX extruder.
Where is the
I can show you how fast it goes. Right now it's
where's this info for the solder jumper? I even switched because I usually use DuckDuckGo for my search engine, and sometimes I'll switch to Google if something's not coming up, but I can't even find it Googling. I remember the decay mode settings and soldering on the 20 or the 8825s, but I don't ever remember coming across anything for the 4988s.
It's the ROSC pin to the R4 resistor.
I'm gonna find it. Oh, I just came across. I see ROSC pin. Literally, as you said that, I was coming across. Hang on, let me switch my thing over here. Make myself big. This right here. Testing effects of microsegmenting and segmentation on print quality.
That sounds about right. Yep, that's the one. Yep, that's the form I came across. And they linked a. Yep, that's the one.
So here, so top left has been hacked to ground, and the ROSC pin is quite substantial.
And Sam's skin gone.
Yeah, it looks a lot better. I mean, if I'm going to replace them anyways, I got so many of these 4988s laying around. If I fry them, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's just one jumper.
So I removed the resistor and connected ROSC pin directly to ground. I also replaced the resistor to the right of the potentiometer, which defines the stepper current. The original value was 20 and replaced with 50. Yeah, I'm not fucking doing that.
It just makes it less sensitive for trimming it.
Yeah, I remember reading about, like, I guess some of the clone boards or Chinese made where they didn't have the right resistor values.
Quite the improvement, actually. That one picture down there.
Yeah, this one right here. Yeah. Or this too. Yeah. This could also be the light, and the light's hitting this more. But, okay, so what did he solder on here? This little blob here? He went right over the traces here?
I'm on YouTube. That's why I'm like, why is it behind?
Yeah, look on StreamYard. It'll show you instant.
Yeah, I'm like, why?
Just close YouTube since you're actually in here.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just...
Yeah, so let me look at the drivers on this one. Whatever, I'll do it at the end. It's already taken apart. What's a couple more things?
Yeah. Big brain time right now.
Let's see what these step sticks look like. I know. Oh, look at that. The heatsink fell right off.
Oh, perfect.
That's great.
Wait, they're not supposed to do that?
Oh, because they're super glued on and the super glue broke.
Wait, what?
They're super.
You're
Tell
joking.
me this does not look like super glue.
That is.
This looks like the heatsink was super glued on there.
That does look like super glue.
Sure
It is
does.
super glue. I think they took it a little too literal when it says glue the heatsink on.
I can't even read what I'm assuming this is 4988s. They sound like 4988s. So the only thing is this does not match.
Do they smell like A498s?
Yeah, it smells like 4988s. I'm assuming they're 4988s.
They look like it.
Yeah, they do. The question is, okay, this PCB looks completely different from all the examples. Oh no! And these all look the same. These all look exactly the same in here.
Okay.
So
Let's see if I can.
because like comparing here, if I go back to my screen share here, comparing that to this, these look completely different. I mean, they're similar. They're similar, but mine does not have. They're similar enough. It's either R3 or R4.
It would be R.
So, hang on. Armed Cam 2. So, like, getting closer. Focus. There we go. Yeah, so those are the ones. Are there char marks on?
It would be nice if they had a better picture on here.
It's just like residue from something.
Enhance.
Doesn't smell like burning. But yeah, that's mine. Those are the ones that come with the Anycubic.
It'd be nice if they had better pictures.
I mean, just looking at this, there's 3 resistors near my potentiometer.
It could be 10.
I'm trying to see these. I mean, these are older. Come on, why can't they just use the same clones on everything? It makes documentation easy. Because these look different.
You're looking for a 10 ohm resistor.
Well, there's a 0. There's 2 010s. Those might be 10 ohms.
Yeah, 010. Yep. That's
So
what you're.
there's an R3 and an R4.
And you want
Oh, hang
R4.
on.
Yeah, you want the R4010.
You sure it's R4?
Yeah,
You positive?
pretty sure.
Because there's R3 and R4 right there. I'm trying to look and see because so
It would
R3 on mine.
It would connect to the ROSC pin from the R4 or R3. So if you just
Where's the R? Well, there's freaking glue on the damn driver.
No, it's going from one of the one pin. So if you look at so you just need to use continuity from that pin, and then you find the one that
Which pin? What's the name of the pin? Because the pin's labeled
ROSC.
No. Does that connect through a resistor to one of
one of the outside pins?
Okay, so
the ground.
MS1, 2, or 3?
Ground.
Oh, it goes right to ground.
Yeah, so you want to go ground, and then you want to find out which.
So there's a resistor. There should be a resistor on the ROSC pin right now, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and basically you're jumping that, and you're eliminating it.
Okay, so let's find out which one is on the ground. Okay, so ground is the bottom right pin, so. None of these are going to ground.
What?
Son of because this is the ground pin here, and you can't see my meter because I'm zoomed in, but that's reading 10K. The other side of that's just reading open. Wait. Because it should be reading 0 if it was. Why do these have to be different step sticks? Why do they have to be slightly different than what else is already documented? At this point, it might just be worth my time to just swap them out.
Wait, that's from the perspectives.
Yeah, I think so.
Which one?
Got it.
You can post. There is a private chat. You did figure that out, Kyle. Yeah. So, post a link in private chat if you can find. I'm trying to find some pictures of it, man. Because usually you'll see a green revision of the PCBs or red revision of the PCBs for the 4988s, but the layout and everything is still the same. But this one looks like it's slightly different.
Oh, someone also did it with the DRV 8825.
Right. I do remember reading about the DRV 8825s and changing the decay mode to get rid of the SAM skin. I do remember that because I used to use use that. Oh wait, I think I found one that looks like my driver.
Oh.
I think. Hang on. Let me screen share here. I did find one.
Oh.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, I can share. Hang on. I can share my screen and. Hang on. Here, share my screen and have that up.
Whoa.
Okay.
Big brain time right here. Hey, it looks just like yours.
This does look. Oh dear God, he's potato vision here.
Ooh.
Why would you even upload this? This is like a halfway decent photo. And then this. Is he going onto this resistor here? Is he going onto R4? I can't even tell.
It is R4.
This is the
enhance.
There's no enhance. There is no enhance at all.
Go back. I can zoom though.
Okay, hang on. He said here, I just
do that.
Different. Hang on. I found that grounding the R4 resistor will reduce, if not eliminate, this issue.
Ha! Knew it.
I've tried grounding this resistor, but I haven't. Wait. Oh, this is asking if this is correct.
Dang.
Wait, I've been researching the cause and found that grounding the R4 resistor will reduce, if not eliminate, this issue. I've tried grounding this resistor, but I've only been damaging my step sticks. Okay, so this is so this guy has been damaging his step sticks. Well, I mean, do you see the soldering job here? Like, hang on, copy link. Is there like a better version? Like this? Is this it?
Is this
If
like
I don't-
webcam? Is this
No,
like a
that's
webcam?
the full resolution, 512 by 683.
This is like early 1990 webcam quality right here.
Let's see. Not all 4098 breakouts are the same. Maybe a different version. My guess is that you've grounded sleep and not ROSC. I just looked at R4 and I grounded it. Okay, but could be that R4 is the wrong resistor to look for. The resistor names are not standardized. Yes, that's. So this is a dead end. This is basically a dead end.
Yes.
Okay, if we look on here, where's the ROSC pin? It's not labeled here. Wait, where's the package? Where's my actual pin package output? There should be a pin package output. Okay, so got a ground pad. ROSC is right next to sleep, but I guess I could infer. So we've got MS 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so MS 1, 2, and 3 are on this side. So we can see MS 1, 2, and 3. So we go EN, MS1, MS2, MS3. So EN, MS1, MS2, MS3. So I can see where those pins are, so I can suss out. Hopefully, so there's reset and then ROSC. ROSC might be
Not
the
even.
top of R4. It might be the top of R4 because look at we got MS1, MS2, MS3 reset, which reset.
I wonder if he was soldered to the
we've
wrong
got-
side of the resistor.
And then we've got sleep. Okay, so sleep would be the next. Sleep would be the next one.
So I think it does matter which side you solder it to.
Wait, I'm trying to hang on. Let me switch over to my microscope here. Scope. Let there be light. Oh, of course, the scope isn't going to work. God forbid things work on the first try. Deactivate, activate.
Yeah, it's streamer luck.
Come on. Do-do-do. Scope, deactivate, activate. Hey, there it goes. All right, so let's see here. Where's my? Oh dear God. No, okay. Oh boy, that's zoomed in.
That's close. That's real close.
Okay.
I found the German one that actually shows how to do it.
Okay, so if we've got from the top, right? So we got EN, MS1, MS2,
Here we go.
MS3,
I found
reset,
it.
and sleep.
I found the actual guide
For
that
this
I went off
particular
of.
driver.
Yes, and explains why it works.
Okay, so here's MS1, MS2, sleep. Okay, so our ROSC is the top of R4.
Right.
Okay, looking at the pin. So if we suss out, so you've got MS1, MS2, MS3. So you can see the traces, MS1, MS2, MS3, and sleep. So those go to MS1, MS2. So the top of R4 is the ROSC. So basically, I have to jump from the top of R4 over to ground.
Right.
Right?
That is right.
Okay, so let's...
And it has to be, and I think though, like I was doing it to the bottom of R4, which...
But it has to be top.
Yeah, and I think that's why he was burning them out, because the resistance wasn't correct.
I mean, honestly, if I burn them out, I don't care.
Yeah. You have a million of them.
Is there a picture on here? Yeah, this is not the same one, but I guess maybe they did follow the same thing. But I mean, looking at this, if we need to ground out ROSC. ROSC is on the top of R4 there.
Yes. And if the Germans say it's good, then it's good.
I don't know about that.
It's proper German engineering.
Okay, so if I have to ground that out, where does the bottom of R4 go? Does that go to a ground? So it goes through a via.
I think it goes into the stopper.
I think it goes to ground. It might go to ground. If it goes to ground, I can just get rid of that completely.
I think it has to have the resistance in between, though.
No, if you're grounding it out, you're grounding it out. If you ground it out, it has no idea that resistance is there. So that looks like it goes through, but I didn't see. So there's a via there on the bottom of R4 that goes through to the bottom of this pin, which looks to go to the ground plane. Yeah, that looks like it goes to ground because you can see. So the bottom of the driver is ground, and you can see that goes to that same ground plane. And yeah, so I should just be able to tack. Okay, let's test this again. The bottom of R4 should go to ground. My big chunky leads. The bottom of R4 goes to ground, so I literally just got to get rid of R4 and make it a solder block. So the bottom of R4 goes to ground.
So basically, just skipping it.
Yeah.
Why is everybody using jumpers then?
I don't know. If it goes to ground, it goes to ground. We got to ground the pin out, right? That's
right.
That's what we got to do. So why wouldn't you just get rid of the resistor and put it to ground? I mean, for science.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let me stop my screen share here. All right. Watch my fat fingers try to solder these surface mount parts. Here's I had tweezers from earlier. Where the hell are my tweezers?
Look on the other table where the printer is.
It's on my desk to the left of my keyboard.
Okay.
All right.
Let me zoom this.
And really, all I need to do it for is X and Y if you think about it. Come on. Oh, grab it. See if I can tombstone it. Oh, there. Oh, I think I got the one hand up.
And solder's already done down.
Yeah, this is super glue. Oh, I got it off.
Is there any solder blocks?
No, we're good. We're good. We're looking good.
Where is it?
He ate it.
It's gone.
It's into the void.
It's in the thing the little wire thing that I shoved the end of my tippet to clean it. That's where it's at.
Okay.
All right, so if I just jump this across, this should take me to ground. See if I can jump this with just solder. Come on. Doesn't want to jump. I might have to get like a small piece of wire. Because it's just far enough apart where it doesn't want to bridge. You know what I mean? Like solder jumpers, they're usually closer together. This is like obviously a resistor jumper.
Hey, watch the slaughter there on that package.
It's fine. I didn't even touch the package yet. Not even nowhere close. Yes, I mean. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Just let the blob happen. Just let it happen. Come on.
I think it's too far.
Just get a piece of wire.
This is painful to watch.
Just a little piece of wire. Tiny piece. Something off the floor.
I got a
How about-
million jumper wires. Hang on, I got a million jumper wires we can cut up. So many damn jumpers laying around here. All right, let me tin it. All right. Okay, we're gonna just do this up.
Piece of cake.
Yeah, we're looking good. Hang on, I'll switch over the scope. Let me show you how terrible it is. Didn't touch the package, and it's jumped. It ain't pretty, but it's
It ain't got to be.
no.
We got two more to do. One more to do.
Well, I still got to glue this heatsink back on, apparently.
The super glue.
I mean, I've got all sorts of glues here. We're gonna go fancy and use the super glue gel.
Oh, I was just joking.
Oh, oh, there we go.
Make sure you lick your fingers clean.
Yeah, no. I mean, I guess the heatsink had to come off anyways to get to the resistor.
It's just meant to happen.
It's a feature, not a bug.
Whatever.
Oh no, it's touching the potentiometer. Damn it. Oh. There we go. Let's put some pressure on it, let it set. I'm just sitting here wondering why I'm spending any time on these, because these things are like fucking worthless.
They're like $5 a piece.
If that.
Just sell modified ones in your store.
No, it's not even fucking worth it. All right, we're just gonna do it on the X and Y.
Just like throw them in the box. Just every order just gets a handful of drivers.
All right. So let's see. Is this one super glued? Well, this one won't come off. I think this one's super glued too.
I got an idea for April Fools.
Hang on. Why won't this one come off?
It's at that Chinesium strength.
I need to get it off. The resistor's hiding under there.
Use rubbing alcohol.
Alcohol doesn't dissolve super glue, does it? Oh, there it goes. Just a little percussion, just a quick hit.
Percussive maintenance.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that's
And
a
still
49
can't
millimeter.
read it.
They were very happy with the glue on this one.
So for like
Looks
April
like they
Fools.
used jet.
What's that?
So for April Fools, what you should do is just instead of like candy in the box, just toss a handful of drivers in.
Do you know, for one April Fool's, we released a silent driver software update.
Does it actually work?
People thought it was real. It was a software download, and it was out of stock on the website. And it was
What?
posted on April 1st. So one would think that people would have picked up that as April Fool's joke, but we had actual people
They're angry.
emailing us, asking us when it would be back in stock, and why is a piece of software out of stock? And I'm just like, it's April Fool's.
You're being trolled right now.
There we go. See, there's a little resistor. Yeah. And now he's in the void.
He doesn't learn.
What are you talking about? I'm tinning the pad.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah, I'm not trying to bridge it again. I learned that the first time. Trying to get some fresh solder on here. That's not this lead-free crap. I feel like lead-free solder is a secret.
Pain in the butt.
It's a secret way to make things not last as long. You have to buy them again. Little lead never hurt nobody. I solder with leaded solder.
So do I.
Just don't lick your fingers afterwards.
No.
I'll lick my fingers. Finger looking good, man.
Yeah, nothing sweeter than a little lead poisoning.
There we go. Look at that, my little.
First try.
Oh, look at that. Snip it off. All right.
Is that better than factory?
I guess once let's see. I'm definitely using better glue. I'm using the gel. I mean, these
Looks like they use the gel.
Yeah.
Do you watch Northbridge Fix?
No, I watched Louis Rossman.
Oh. Like, his soldering skills are pretty good, though.
Whose?
Northbridge Fix.
Is that the European guy?
I think so.
Does he do Mercedes key repairs?
Yeah, and like all kinds of like graphics cards and
Yeah,
basically any electronic you can imagine.
Yeah, I've definitely seen him before because I had issues with my key fob on my open wagon I had.
Like some of the bridge jobs and like fixes he does is like pretty incredible. Like you look at them like it's dead. It's just
So should I just do all of them or just my X and Y?
X and Y should be fine.
Yeah, just X and Y.
Yeah, if you're getting salmon skin in your Z, you should probably you're doing something really wrong.
Well, I mean, if it's doing auto bed leveling, it could present itself in the Z. Or I don't know. I guess how would it work? Oh man, I got spammers. Webcam chat. Hot girls and boys. Ooh.
What? I want to see.
Ooh, I want some hot girls and boys. Ooh, video chat. How does YouTube not auto flag that?
Probably getting paid.
Yeah, yo, but how the hell does that work? Let's see. Hang on. Ram Design was messaging me on Discord because he's testing his Chiron to see how his bed and power supply behave. Oh no, why did I didn't mean to do that. What is this doing? There you go, Kyle. You can make your printer go faster. You know, my Ender 3 prints faster than that hunk of junk. Look how slow his printer's going.
Do you want to see it go fast?
No.
Do it. Go fast. Do it. Push it. Come on.
Okay.
Push it till it fails.
Are you ready to see something fancy?
Oh, you got your Livestrong bracelet for ESD protection?
No, dead mouse.
Oh, dear God. You're so basic.
Ready?
What?
Give it a second.
I swear this never happens to me.
Gotta finish the last few.
Just blocked this chatter. Why are they still... I just hit block user. Wait, what just happened? I just missed it.
Oh, I got G code buttons.
Oh, to print something?
No, I have where I can like home it, set my temperatures.
You know they make these things called screens, right?
Yeah, but it's handy. See? And just press button.
You know, there's all these guys, you know, doing their all their benchies and stuff, and I'm sitting over like I'm sitting here like an old fogey going, I'm okay with 60 millimeters a second. feel like I'm getting to be an old fogey.
Getting to be.
Man, I am 32.
Yeah,
I have yelled at kids to get off my lawn.
That's just funny.
And you think you're an old fogey, huh?
I'm getting there.
Try being 65. That's an old fogey.
Should I call you if I need any advice, Tom? You know, I could tell you're older just by the decorations on the wall behind you, though.
Yeah, you know. Old school.
Yeah. Hang on. Do you have any wood paneling in your house?
No.
Oh, I actually like wood paneling. My wife hates it, but I actually like wood paneling.
No, but I do have the leather couch and the leather lazy boy in the den.
Oh man, I really want to get this running, but I also don't want to keep working on this thing. You ever get like to the point where you're just like, I'm done? It's like I had such high hopes when I started the day, and I was like, I'm gonna get it upgrade. I'm gonna get the 5015 on there. I'm gonna get the ABL on there, and then it started thermally running away. And like on the stream, if you look, I was like, the bed was acting weird, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's just a fluke. I thought it was like overcooling it, and then it was taking a while to heat up, but then it got to temp. And I was like, okay, well, maybe it's just because I put the Easy Flex on there. There's more thermal mass. I was like, okay, so I insulated it, and the heat up went a lot quicker. But then it started doing something. I was like, there's something else going on here because I've put flex plates on so many different printers, and like maybe it's slightly longer to heat up, but it's not like minutes longer. You know what I mean? Like there was something going on. All of a sudden, like as soon as I saw put the meter or the multimeter on there and saw it was dropping 7 volts on like a load that's not even half of what the sticker says it'll do.
7?
It was dropping 7 volts, so it was outputting like 26. And then under load, it dropped down to 19.
Did you ever go next door and get a power supply?
It's like 150 feet that way, man.
I mean, right on. It's 150 feet. Jeez. I could see if you had to get in the truck and go down the road. It's 150 feet. Because I'm dying to know how many amps this thing draws on the 450 watt power supply.
If it's gonna, so here's the thing. My plan is if it does draw more than 450 and it's pushing it a little harder than my comfort, I could just dial the voltage back to reduce the amp draw, and then I'm back within spec. Because luckily it's a resistive load, you know. So if you drop the voltage, you drop how many watts that are going to it and how many amps.
You increase the heat up time though dramatically.
But it already takes a while to heat up. If it at this point, it's like let me look and see like what. Let me go on Mauser. Let's see what mean wells they have for 24 volts. I'm willing to bet half of them are going to be out of freaking stock.
Naturally, I thought you had a 450 in the shop.
I do, but the 450, while it might work, it's going to be pushing it, especially if it's actually going to draw 20 amps. Like they're rated at like 18 point something. Hey, Ram's in here. Ram, Ram, check your Discord. I asked you because he sent me a video of his multimeter going up and down, but it's obviously where the bed's already in like a regulation state where it's in a PID loop. And basically, if you're listening, Ram, like let's say it's already at 60C, tell it to go to 100, and that will force it to go full blast and then get a voltage reading because obviously it's not going to get to 100 instantly. All right, let's see. Let's share my screen. Let's go shopping on Mauser and see how much this damn shit's going to be. If I want to actually get one. Where is it? Power. Power supplies. Let's see. Let's just do, because Meanwell is probably going to be the best bang for the buck. I shouldn't even look at other stuff. All right, Meanwell. And we want one output.
No, you want 2 outputs.
No,
5
I
and
want one
24.
I only want one output. Okay, let's go. So we know, let's go 500. 10 kilowatts, yeah. It needs like a freaking its own dedicated breaker.
You'll run all the printers in the print farm.
Yeah, off one power supply.
Yeah.
Oh dear God, their site is running slow. Let me turn off ad blocker here. All right, so we want switching power supplies. Let's narrow that down. And we want in stock. So that'll probably filter it down pretty good once I hit in stock. And we want 24 volts. Oh, look at this one's only $1,000. That's such a deal. Let's see. What's going to be the cheapest one? Yeah, I figured SE600, but that's like, you're looking at over $100 for one. RSP 500, so that's 21 amps output. I'd probably be more inclined to go. Let's see if I find one that looks like the 1,000-watt that was in there. Here's the thing: the Meanwhile 1,000 watts. This is what they look like. They have a freaking like blade. Like these are the outputs. These are lugs. Like these are the outputs for the 1,000 watts. The SE. I am aware of the SE, but look at, you're talking just one. Over $190. They've got the SE 600-24. What is that? 25 amps output. This would be within spec, because if we're talking 1.2 ohms of resistance at 24 volts, you're pulling like 480 watts, 20 amps. So this one wouldn't be a bad one. Yeah, these are just like, compared to the other ones, like the other ones aren't that cheap either, but they're like, the 450s are like about half the price, almost a little more than half. But yeah, there's not too much selection in here. You're getting, I don't want to be dropping this much money on a freaking power supply just for the printer bed. I'd rather just, at that point, just put an AC heater on there and call it a day.
Yeah. What's the next printer in the queue to be worked on?
The Ender 6, just because I actually used that one, and it's been pretty screwy. Yeah, they're all over $80 at all the different distributors. So
now
they're stocked pretty well. I mean, there's not a ton of them, but they're available. So yeah, I think the SE 624 would probably be what I'd go with if I want one that's like
21 amps.
That'd be the at least 20 amp output, because then you got 5 amps of headroom on there, which at that point then you could just get rid of the power block. Oh, Kyle, I think jumped back out. Yeah, if you jump out and jump back in, I have to re-add you. I could probably get rid of then the power brick in there and just run everything off of that power supply.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be hard to get rid of the brick. Literally just unbolt it and run a set of wires up to the power input where the brick connected. Yeah, and I don't think I'm gonna find. I figured the SE 600 would probably be the part to go with, and they're like 100 something. So, but I can at least test. At least test with the 450, because I mean, worst case scenario, I trip the overcurrent protection and the power supply just shuts off.
Yeah. I agree.
Apparently, I was looking. Apparently, I have a receipt. I bought an SE 624 back in 2017, but I have no idea where that is now. I wonder what I used it for. 2017, that would have been when we were back in Illinois. I don't know what project I would have used a 600 watt 24 volt, unless I was like doing a customer build or something. No, 2017, I would have been doing TH3 stuff. I would have been just getting started. I have no idea. Who
Kyle,
knows
is that a
days of
mirror?
life?
What?
Is that a mirror?
Yeah.
With like
So I'm not the only
5
person who
pounds,
puts on glass.
like 5 pounds of glue
What?
stick on there.
I'm not the only person who prints on glass.
Nope.
John, Reefer, Vermont is
There's a white
450
mist
watt.
of Aquanet and you're good.
Dear God, hairspray belongs on your hair, boy.
That's why I use glue.
John is asking, is a 450 watt meanwhile enough for an Ender 5 Plus? I've been using it in mine for over a year and a half. I metered that bed out at about a 17 amp draw. And the 450 watt meanwhile, what is that? Hang on. I know it's like 18 something. Hang on, I'm pulling up the spec sheet right now. The SE, yeah, 18.8 amps is what the output is on the 450. So, and you got to remember, your bed is only going to be pulling full current during the initial heat up, and after that, it's going to drop down. It drops down significantly after you're heating, because remember, it's only going to kick on and off to maintain temp versus full blast on all the time. So, and I have my Ender 5 Plus in an enclosure, so it's running at a higher ambient temperature. So, yeah, knock on wood.
So 200
No
millimeters a
issues.
second first layer.
Look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants. Do the girls love that?
Yeah.
Like, look how fast my printer prints. Take it over, be like, hey, watch this. I'm going to make a benchy in 5 minutes.
14.
Uh-oh.
You're breaking up, Kyle.
Oh, Kyle's breaking up.
What?
Okay, do I go out to the shop and get the 450? I just don't know how I'm going to mount it up unless I guess, you know what? I really literally could just drill holes. At this point, I'm not above just drilling holes in the brackets and saying screw it. You know
Why
what I
not?
mean? Just like,
Why not?
I'm like, everybody's like, print a bracket. I'm just like, oh, wait, this bracket that held the stock power supply is actually on a T-nut. All right, Tommy, make sure Kyle stays in check. I'll be back. Actually, hang on. I might be able to.
Are these better speeds for you?
I can't tell because your thing is potato vision right now. I can hear you, but you're like, it's potato vision. I'm not even gonna lie.
Your printer is completely stopped.
Oh.
I'm getting messages. Apparently, I need to.
Is this better?
Apparently, I need to wrap this up.
Oh,
we're gonna
okay.
stream for an hour and a half. I didn't even realize that. So, well, I guess tomorrow will be. I guess that's a sign from the universe. Tomorrow will be go raid the shop for a power supply. I'm gonna put an order in for one so someone doesn't buy it because we only have like 4 of them left.
Is the video working? Or is it still froze?
No, it's rough. So, anyways, I appreciate you guys that did stop by, and I will continue this saga tomorrow because I'm gonna go spend some time with the wife. So.
Very good.
Well,
Have
it's
a
fun
good night,
hanging out,
guys.
you guys. Take it easy. Have fun with your fast benchies, Kyle. Make sure you put that in your dating profile.
Yeah.
If the Ender 5s are rocking, don't come and knock
Good nobbing.
it. Later, guys.
Later.